Welcome back to the Pepsi Cal Sports Report. Joining us now is head coach Jeff Tedford. Congratulations on the victory over Fresno State. First games are always kind of a crapshoot in some regards. There's always good, there's always bad, but the bottom line is you end up with a victory, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, no doubt. You never really know what you're going to get, and some preseason, pre-game jitters, first quarter jitters, we had enough of those for sure. It was, just with communication and snap count and things, but guys made some big plays also, and defense played really, really well, and offense made enough plays to win. Obviously, we need to be more consistent than we were, but we'll work out some of those kinks. Defensive, first team defense really didn't give up any points where Fresno drove the field. Their only long drive of the game actually was against the backups, and then you brought the first teamers in when they got inside the 10-yard line. What was so successful defensively against Fresno State for you? Well, I thought we were very physical up front. Really eliminated the run game. I think they had one run and really one long pass, and that was it. And but besides that, I thought we played very well. We pressured the passer. I think they were a little bit afraid of our pass rush. They tried to get the ball out of their hands really early with bubble screens and things, and we rallied and tackled well in the open field and didn't allow the big play. The other thing that was noticeable, certainly late in the game, but throughout the game, was how many true freshmen you played on the defensive side of the ball. I think totally there were like 10 true freshmen or 10 freshmen that played in that game. Yeah, we're very young, but there's some quality depth there, and I think it was great for them to get some experience in that game. We're going to need it. You're going to need experience and some depth as the season wears on, and I thought they gave us some quality minutes there. They learned a lot, and I think they'll be more comfortable and get better each game. Any one of those guys stood out more so than the others? I think Jalil played really well. He did a nice job. Scarlett did a nice job. McKim did a nice job. Whiteside forced a fumble that got picked up for a touchdown. So quite a few of them, really, and but they played limited minutes. But it was just enough for them to get their feet wet and get a good feel for the game. You talked about the jitters your team might have had. Could have been part of the process early when Zach Maynard threw an interception on the second play of the game. He said he wasn't that nervous, and he seemed to calm down after that. It's almost like it was a blow to the side of his head and kind of woke him up. Yeah, he was fine. It was a rough start. The first play of the game we're in legal formation, and then the second play we get picked. So it was what a way to start the season, huh? Yeah. But what I was really happy with and proud of is everyone kept their composure. They trusted each other. It was not a big deal. The route was a little short. It's supposed to be an 8-9 yard route, and it was about 5 yards, and that's where he thought he was going to be. And so, but he bounced back really well. He wasn't rattled whatsoever, and came out and made some really nice plays, especially on 3rd and long. We had a lot of big plays coming out of our end. We had terrible field position. It seemed like for 3 quarters we had bad field position, and he made a couple nice plays getting us out of the hole. Well, that brings us to Zach Maynard's half-brother, Keenan Allen. He had 8 receptions. Marvin Jones had 2 touchdowns, and those guys were too physical, it appeared, for the Fresno secondary. They just went up and got the ball, and they weren't to be denied. Yeah, they're big targets, and they can get up and get it, and Marv did a nice job after the catch of breaking free, getting down the sideline for a touchdown. Those guys are really good players, and they have great hands. They can go up and get the ball. Marv's touchdown down the middle of the field, he went up and took it from the guy, and it was great that he could keep his balance and get in the end zone. The offensive line, pretty much guys that had played before, but with a new quarterback, plus you're in shotgun. It looked like, for whatever reason, there was some miscommunication there. Is that those correctable items? Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You have a new center, and so new quarterback, new center, game environment. There's a little bit of noise, but not that bad, and so it's just we haven't been able to really work on noise a lot in practice because of the neighbors and where we're practicing, and so that was the first time that it was a little bit louder than we're used to. So just need to continue to work on that, and I'm sure they'll be better next game. And then on special teams, last year Brian Anger started to use a couple of different punts. One where if he's trying to drop the ball inside the 20,
where he's kind of using an end-over-end kick. And in this game, and we saw it last year, kind of the rolling out. What are the purposes of all those different changes rather than just let him punt the normal way?
Well, you try to keep people away from scheming and blocking punts. And if they're going to scheme and try to get through our wall on the basic punt protection, then you try to move the pocket and do some different things. Obviously, the end-over-end one is one that actually Fresno used against us as well pretty effectively, because if you kick the tip of the ball and it gets down there, it kind of checks up and it doesn't roll into the end zone, but it rolls backward. And so that's very effective. But to roll out and change the pocket, you kick the ball down there, maybe it hits one of their guys because it's rolling on the ground. That's also very effective to create a turnover. And it eliminates returns because the returner has to run up and field the ball that's bouncing, and that's tough to do, especially when guys are coming at you.
And then 2 extra points that went awry. Or 2 of them got blocked. Were they low kicks, snaps? What was that?
Both of them were pretty low kicks. You know, we had a little penetration in there, but nothing that we couldn't have got the ball up and over. I thought Giorgio had a little issue kicking off the grass there, so he needs some more work kicking off grass, and because the ball wasn't getting up very well, and so we need to get that corrected as well.
All right, so the victory over Fresno State, a good one to start the season. When we come back, we'll preview the game in Boulder, Colorado against the Buffaloes, and in a new feature this year, we'll let you get a little bit more insight with some of the assistant coaches as well. This week, Eric Keesaw. That and more as the Pepsi Cow Sports Report continues.